Hey there guys, Artistic Nick here, thanks for the click. In today's drawing tutorial I'm just going to show you how to add depth into your drawings to create the illusion of realism. I'm going to show you three techniques and I thought that I'd start out by using some white paper and a Sharpie pen. So the three techniques that I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to show you how I've developed those into one of my pencil drawings. Rule number one. The further away an object is, the smaller it appears. So if we're looking at a ball, if I were trying to give you the illusion that there was a ball that was behind this or further away, one technique that I might use would be to make it smaller. So anything that's further away from the camera, the person looking at it, whatever it is, tends to be smaller. Rule number two. If I want to give the illusion that this is in front of something else, what I do is I create a clean edge. So you can see that by overlapping something, if we try it with a square now, if I draw the next square so that this one is blocking out the edge of the one that appears to be behind, it again gives us the illusion that this is in front of this. And you can do that with any shape, with anything, and we call it a clean edge. A clean edge is where you have a finish to one edge and then we can see something behind it. So rule number one, things tend to get smaller. So we can apply both of these. If I draw a large circle and then I draw a small triangle, but I obscure the triangle with this clean edge of the circle there, we now have the illusion that this is further away from this. So rule number one, things that are further away from the camera are smaller. Rule number two, if we can have a clean edge and we can overlap the forwards image, the image that's in the front over the image that's the background, it tends to give us that illusion of something being behind. Rule number three, again, to give us more depth and to give us more realism, things that are further away from the light are always darker. And it's this skill here that I'm going to just show you one of the pencil portraits that I'm currently working on. So I take this out of our way and I'm just going to show you those three principles using one of my current works in progress. So rule number one, things that get smaller are tending to be further away. So if we take this ear here compared to this ear, this is much smaller. So the ear on the left as we're looking at it is smaller. And we've also got a couple of other principles working here that we've looked at. So as you can see here, I've got what we call a clean edge. So I'm just going to develop that clean edge. I'm going to take my HB pencil and I'm going to try and make a very clean edge to my value. And what that then shows us is it shows us that this part of the cheek is actually obscuring this part of the ear, which now gives us the illusion that this is sitting in front of the ear, which then allows our brain to process the angle, the tilt of the head, the direction that the light is coming from. So the third principle that we were just talking about when I was using the Sharpie pen was things that are further away from the light are always darker. So as we can see from this drawing here, we've got some lighter areas. Now I know from the reference image that I'm working on that the light source is coming from this area here. So what that's giving us is it's giving us a lighter area. You can also see this reflected in the eyes as well. So we've got a light source coming from top right here as we're looking at the picture. So what that means is anything that's this side in here, away from the light, is going to be darker. So using those 3 rules again that we were just looking at with the paper and pen, the darkest area is going to definitely be this ear here, but it's going to have a darker area within that value. And that darker area is going to be closest to the side of the face. And this is really important. This will really help you add depth and dimension into your drawings. It tricks the mind into thinking that we are looking at a 3-dimensional object. So the 3 general rules for making things look more realistic and adding depth are: number 1, things that are further away from us are smaller. Number 2, if we can add a clean edge, that gives us the illusion that something is in front of something else. So again here, this nostril, we have a clean edge, which is showing us that this here is obscuring this area here. Again, the principles that we've just been working on are very similar. I've got a darker area under here because that's where there's less light. That is pushing this part of the face back. This is a lighter area which is pushing this part of the face forwards. And you can see that all over the drawing. So in here, we all know, because we've looked at human beings all of our lives, that inside this here is a recess. This is your eye socket. So we know that this is going to be the darkest area. So I'm going to make sure that this is darker than this. This now gives us the illusion that that comes under here. The clean edge that we have on this, and the clean edge means that there is a definite finish to it. There's a definite finish to this edge here. Means that this is obscuring something else. And then the number 1 rule, which we looked at, which is very useful if you're drawing landscapes and things like that, is things that are further away from the picture or the camera tend to be smaller. I hope that helped. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you found that helpful. I will be doing daily videos and tutorials. If you want to see how this drawing progresses, click the notifications icon, and I will be uploading this video, the full video, sometime this week. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook, Instagram. You can get hold of me on the website, which is howtodraw.com. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, smack the notifications button, follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.